Hey everyone, welcome to this video tutorial on how to create a timer for your video game. Now to get started you're going to need your game mode, and if you've already created a car you probably already have a game mode, but if you're not, or if you're using some kind of a default game mode, you'll want to be able to access that. Because I accidentally deleted my game mode, I'm just going to create a folder for it, and you don't need to do this, you just need a game mode. And I'm going to create a blueprint class, a game mode base, and this is my racing game, okay, or whatever you call it. But this is what you're looking for, that icon, whatever your game is going to be. And if it's the third person character game mode, you'll want to be on that. If it's something else, you'll want to be on that. But regardless of what it is, double click on it and enter the blueprint of it and go over to the event graph, and you can delete everything that's in there unless it's pertinent to your game, like delete any of the things that were created originally. And we're going to create a timer. Now if we think about a timer for a racing game, we got our seconds, our minutes, and then we have like our milliseconds. So we're going to need three variables to hold those three things in. So over here on variables, we're going to add a variable. And let's just start with seconds. And then after that, we're going to add in minutes. And then after that, we're going to add in milliseconds. Okay. And they're all Booleans right now, but just select each of them and switch them over to integers. There we go. And now we have our integers, so we can use these to help create a timer. Now there's no default timer in Unreal, so or there can be, but what we're going to do is we're going to use event ticks to essentially run these three things. So right click and create an event tick. And this event tick, we want it to run every milliseconds, so we're going to put a small delay on there. So I'm going to drag off here. I'm going to write delay and select the flow control delay option. And if we want this to run 100 times a second, we're going to change this to 0.01. And every 0.01 seconds we want it to influence the milliseconds. So let's go ahead and set our milliseconds. I'm going to drag off this branch, type set milliseconds, and then we're going to add to our milliseconds, so drag off the milliseconds node, and we're going to be adding an integer, so plus integer, and you'll find the integer plus integer command. And then we're going to reference our milliseconds. So I'm just going to grab it from there, drop it down, and go get milliseconds, and I'm going to reference that. So every 0.01 second, we're going to add in a millisecond. Okay. Now, eventually we reach 100 milliseconds, and we want to convert that into seconds. So let's create a condition that will convert that. I'm going to grab a branch. And the branch is going to be if this is greater than 100. So I'm going to say greater than 100. Whoops, greater than integer. Integer. Okay. And if it's greater than 100, then I need to also reference milliseconds. So I'll get another millisecond reference here. Greater than, change this to 100. What do we want to happen? Well, we want the milliseconds to drop back to 0, but we also want to add in a second. So we're going to go, if this is true, we're going to set seconds. And we're going to add one to that. So I'm going to drag off this, do a plus integer, and then get a reference to seconds. It's going to go into here. Okay, so now that's going to add in 1 second. And I'm trying to keep this kind of clean. Okay, and we're going to set milliseconds back down to 0. So all we need to do is say set milliseconds, and we can leave it as it is because it'll auto set it to 0. Okay, so that's true. That's all looking good. But now what happens if our minutes or our seconds equal 60? If it equals 60, then we want to essentially add a minute. So we're essentially going to repeat this pattern, but we're going to repeat it so that it does it for seconds instead. So I'm going to drag off this, grab another branch, and the condition is going to be greater than integer. And what integer? It's going to be the seconds integer. So if seconds are greater than 60, then we want to set minutes. So we're going to add a minute plus integer. And I'll get a reference to minutes. And then we want to subtract our seconds. Whoops, and I forgot to add a minute here. So make sure you're adding what you want to add, and then we'll set seconds back to 0. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. That should work. So if I compile this, save it, and close out of this, and I run it, well, nothing's going to happen. We need to set up our heads up display. So that's going to be in the level itself. So go over to your level blueprint, blueprints, open level blueprint, and we actually need our HUD widget first. So let me actually close out of that and jump back into content. So game mode, racing game. Next to it, let's go ahead and create a new widget. So let's go over to user interface, widget blueprint, and call it HUD. Okay, and this is going to be a very reference HUD, or like very vague, not vague, but like not formatted perfectly well. But you can use it and you can modify it to reference what you need to on yours. So I'm going to make this out of 3 text blocks. And you have all kinds of settings to modify these later on. One's going to be for the minutes, one's going to be for the seconds, and one's going to be for the milliseconds. I'm just going to kind of put them a distance away from each other. Okay. For the first text block, let's go ahead and bind the text. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to create a binding. Okay. And to start, let's go ahead and cast to our game mode. So in my case, it's cast to racing game. Okay. That's where the reference is of the timer. Then let's get our game mode. So I'm going to drag off here and just say like get game mode. Should be that one over there. And then a reference to, let's see, this is our minutes. So get minutes. And then I'm going to connect that. So this is now all set. I'm going to compile this, save it, and then just repeat the process for the other 2. So that was the first one. I'm going to select this one next. For the text, I'm going to bind it. Drag that. Cast to my racing game. Get the game mode. And then this one is going to be seconds. So I'll get seconds and connect that. Compile, save, and then jump back over here. Select the last one. And let's bind the text. Create binding. Cast a racing game. Get game mode. and then this is milliseconds, so get milliseconds, and then combine that to there. Okay, so all this is now set up. We have our HUD, our very basic HUD. Now we just needed to display in the level. So if you've forgotten since it's been a while, you want to go to the level blueprint. So blueprints, open level blueprint. And up here, we're going to right click and do event begin play. So this is going to immediately start when the game starts. And then we're going to create a widget. Okay, create widget. The widget is going to be the heads up display, and then we're going to drag off that, and we're going to do a add to viewport command. Okay, and we're going to disconnect these blues together, compile this, save this, and I'm just going to kill my music for a second so you can see, and let's run it. Oh, I didn't reference my racing game. So you probably already did this, but if you haven't, in project settings, you want to make sure that your maps and modes, the game mode is your racing game, okay? If it's not set to your default game mode, then it probably won't run. Okay, so I'm going to close out of that now and hit play, and there. So you can see it's going up, and it looks good for the most part. It might be going a little slow at the moment, but if we do feel like it's going too slow in the actual game time, what we could always do is just go back to the racing game blueprint, and let's say that it's going slightly too slow. We can always adjust our milliseconds, so maybe it only needs to reach like 80 milliseconds or so before it drops over to the next second. So that's always adjustable, but for now, you know, it runs, and when you hit play, that's going to go, and then once that goes, it's going to check to the seconds, and then after the seconds, it will add to the minutes. So you can also always clean this up or make it look more professional using your heads-up display and the options on the side there. Okay, so that's going to conclude this video. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, this is Mr. Z signing out. Peace.